This is a story from a small village in Hindustan, before independence of Pakistan and India. And believe me, if you listen to this 5-minute story, it might change your way of thinking, or maybe your life. But before that, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, so you don't miss such inspiring stories in the future. In this village, there was an old, broken-down school, walls full of cracks, a roof that leaked when it rained, and dusty benches that no one had used for years. No children studied there, no teachers came. It was just a silent, abandoned place. But there was one man who wanted to change that. His name was Master Kareem, a wise, kind-hearted, and passionate teacher. He had a long white beard, deep, thoughtful eyes, and a strong, inspiring personality. He was heartbroken that the children of his village had no future. Whenever he said, children should get an education, people would laugh and reply, "What will education do? Our children need to work, not dream." But Master Kareem was not a man who gave up easily. He made a decision. No matter what happens, he will teach. One morning, when the sun was shining over the busy village market, Master Kareem did something unexpected. He stood on top of a wooden crate and shouted, "My dear people, your children were not born just to survive. They deserve a better future. If no one will teach them, I will." The entire market went silent. Some old men shook their heads, some women whispered to each other. But a little girl named Zara, wearing simple clothes, with dust-covered hands, working at a small bread shop, turned to her friend and said softly, "Can we also learn?" And that's where the first spark of change was lit. That evening, when the air became cooler, Master Kareem took his small blackboard and a piece of chalk and sat under a big old tree outside the school. Then, he waited. After a while, in the distance, a small shadow appeared. It was Zara, the little girl from the market. She was holding a torn old notebook. She slowly walked up to Kareem and hesitantly said, "Teacher, will you teach me?" Kareem's heart filled with joy. With a warm smile, he replied, "My child, from today, your education begins." That day, for the first time, the broken school came back to life. One child, one teacher, and a new dream. The next day, Zara brought her little brother. The day after that, another child joined, and then 2 more came. Slowly, 10 small children started sitting under that tree, learning together. Their faces shined with happiness. Their eyes sparkled with hope. But Master Kareem had no books, no proper classroom, and no money. He only had stories, passion, and a heart that never gave up. But change always faces resistance. The village elders became furious. One respected elder, Pasha, a powerful man with a long white beard and a commanding voice, called a meeting and said, "This is nonsense. Our traditions don't need books." Now, the village was divided. Half the people supported Kareem, and half opposed him. One day, the village leader fell seriously ill. His family was worried, and no one knew what to do. Then, suddenly, a young, educated doctor, Dr. Ibrahim, entered the room. Wearing a white coat, glasses, and full of confidence, he checked the leader's pulse and started the treatment. This was the same Ibrahim who had once been one of Master Kareem's first students. When the leader recovered, Ibrahim turned to the people and said, "If Master Kareem hadn't taught me, I wouldn't be a doctor today." The entire village fell into deep thought. And slowly, those who were against education became its strongest supporters. The next month, the entire village came together to rebuild the school. Some brought bricks, some fixed the doors, and some painted the walls. And finally, when the school was ready, Master Kareem stood at its entrance, his eyes filled with tears of pride and happiness. In front of him, little students held their books, stepping into a brighter future. With a soft voice, Kareem said, "Never laugh at dreamers, because even a small spark can change the whole world." The lesson for all of us: One person's vision can change an entire generation. Big changes start with small steps. If you want to see a better world, be part of the change and never give up. Did this story inspire you? Tell us in the comments what you learned. And don't forget to like and share this video.